The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is a powerful and unsettling narrative. It is found in the book of Genesis. This story tells of two cities consumed by wickedness and ultimately destroyed by divine fire. Sodom and Gomorrah serve as stark reminders of the consequences of unrestrained sin and the unwavering justice of God. The tale is a cautionary one. It reminds us that our choices have consequences. Our actions have the power to either invite blessings or incur judgment. The story is set against the backdrop of ancient Canaan. The cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were known for their prosperity and abundance. However, beneath the veneer of prosperity lurked a deep moral decay. The inhabitants of these cities had abandoned all sense of morality and were notorious for their wickedness, particularly their sexual depravity. Their sinfulness reached heaven, crying out for divine intervention. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is not just about the destruction of two cities. It is about the choices we make and the potential consequences of those choices. It is a stark reminder that our actions have repercussions, both in this life and the next. Enter Lot, the nephew of Abraham. He found himself residing in Sodom. Lot was a righteous man, living amidst a crooked and perverse generation. His presence in Sodom highlights the contrast between good and evil, righteousness and wickedness. Lot's story is one of inner conflict. He struggled to reconcile his own beliefs with the depravity surrounding him. One evening, two angels disguised as men arrived at Sodom's gate. Lot, known for his hospitality, welcomed them into his home, offering them food and shelter. His actions, in stark contrast to the hostility of the other Sodomites, demonstrated his inherent goodness and adherence to God's laws. However, Lot's act of kindness was met with a horrifying display of the depths of Sodom's depravity. The men of Sodom, young and old, surrounded Lot's house. They demanded that Lot hand over his guests for their perverse pleasure. This chilling scene underscores the utter depravity that had gripped Sodom. The men, blinded by lust and wickedness, showed no regard for common decency, hospitality, or the sanctity of human life. Lot, horrified by their demands, pleaded with the mob to reconsider their wicked intentions. He even offered his own daughters in their place, a desperate and controversial act that reflects the perilous situation he faced. The angels, witnessing the depths of Sodom's wickedness, intervened, striking the mob with blindness. They revealed their true nature to Lot. They declared that they were messengers of God sent to destroy the city for its grievous sins. Lot, warned of the impending judgment, was instructed to gather his family and flee. He was told not to look back, a command that would prove tragically significant. Lot wasted no time in warning his sons-in-law, but they, entrenched in the ways of Sodom, dismissed his warnings as the ramblings of a madman. As dawn approached, the angels urged Lot, his wife, and two daughters to flee the city. They fled Sodom, leaving behind their home and possessions, a testament to the urgency and gravity of the situation. As they fled, Lot's wife, overcome with curiosity or perhaps longing for the life they left behind, disobeyed the angel's command and looked back at the city. In that moment, she was transformed into a pillar of salt, a stark and chilling reminder of the consequences of disobedience. Lot and his daughters, grief-stricken but understanding the gravity of the situation, pressed on, seeking refuge in the mountains. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah stands as a powerful testament to the consequences of unrepentant sin and the unwavering justice of God. The city's destruction serves as a stark reminder that our choices have consequences, both in this life and the next. The fire and brimstone that rained down upon Sodom and Gomorrah symbolize the destructive power of sin. It is a force that can consume individuals, communities, and even entire civilizations. Lot's wife, turned into a pillar of salt for her disobedience, embodies the danger of clinging to the past, especially when that past is marked by sin and wickedness. Her fate highlights the importance of obedience to God's commands, even when those commands require us to leave behind familiar comforts and face an uncertain future. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is not just a tale of destruction, it is a story of redemption. Lot, despite his flaws and the moral corruption surrounding him, was spared because of his righteousness. His survival underscores the importance of staying true to one's principles, even in the face of overwhelming wickedness. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah serves as a timeless reminder that our choices have consequences. It challenges us to examine our own lives and to turn away from wickedness, choosing instead the path of righteousness.